Good evening, or rather, excuse me, good early morning. It's almost 2 o'clock where I am. I'm in Central. I'm in the Central zone, and it's like about 1:50, something like that. I'm coming to you to this early morning, because I had December on my mind. Um, I wonder how many people actually know how powerful the month of December is. Very powerful month. For one, it's the winter solstice. Um, there's a lot of stories, ancient stories surrounding the winter solstice, excuse me. Particularly, the Christians use the winter solstice time to create the story c- concerning their God, our Savior Jesus, on the cross. But we know that uh, that that symbolism for something else. Look it up, please. Winter solstice. It's celestial in origin, and like I said, it's very powerful. I noticed years ago that the first week from the seventh for the from the first to about the seventh or the ninth day of December, I noticed something weird. I think I discovered this in 2003, maybe 2004. I felt a healing energy around this time, the first time that I ever was conscious of it, in that year, at that time, between the first and I'm gonna say the ninth of December. So I kind of, I wrote it down. I journaled it. I wrote it down in my journal, and I remember. I don't know if it's next year, a few years later, I felt that same warm, healing energy. So I said, at first I kind of just let it go just let it go out the window as a synchronizing experience, because it happened again around the same time in December. So some years after that, I was online, and I was one of my cousin's posts popped up on my feed, and he was talking about how he felt some type of healing energy early in December. I was thrown. I was gone. I was like, what? Because I know I never shared my experience about, concerning this that time of year with anybody. And he came out and said the same thing. I have come to the conclusion, because of feeling something very, very warm during those first 9 days, I've come to the conclusion that it is an energy force that comes through. And actually, to take I'm just remembering now, it's coming to my mind that I did read somewhere esoterically, some type of esoteric site or a news, I don't know, newsletter. I don't know exactly where I read it, but they were talking about the same thing, that because of some type of alignment at that time that occurs around that time every year, it gives a healing energy. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. I feel that you can do whatever you want to do ritualistically, uh, to be able to tap into that energy, but just being conscious of it is very important too. So I'm just going to be very conscious of this healing energy, yeah, in every aspect of life, healing trauma, healing the body, healing the mind, the spirit. I just want to be conscious of it. And if you're led to get some candles or pray or fast or whatever, or read a sacred book, read Psalms or whatever, do it. Do it. But please make sure that you are conscious of that energy that's coming through freely to free you from whatever it is that binds you and got you down and got you feeling not good or hurt or whatever. Be conscious of it. It's like the universe is saying this is a big, big, great big window for us to offer you that love, that healing love energy. It's free, of course. Take advantage of it, please. Now, I always do for the past 10 years. This is the 10th year. I always do an end of the year ritual in December centered around the winter solstice. Now, just to tell you a little bit about the winter solstice, that's around that time, around this after the sun um reaches its height, and I believe it is in June, which is the summer solstice. After that, it tends to go down, and the dark, the nights get longer, and days get a little bit shorter. It goes further down, and it gets to the point where, for a minute, the sun seems to stand still, and it's for 3 days. It goes into a spiritual grave, only to be resurrected after that, and to move forward, going forward back to the summer solstice and going to its highest height, and the days tend to get longer and brighter and stuff like that. Spring comes, summer, and it's just a very, very, very happy time of the year. Very more lively. Things come back alive because of the spring. And so it's like like I said, religions, not just Christianity, but other religions centered their religious cosmology around uh the dying and the resurrecting savior and stuff like that. So this is a perfect time, I felt, because I was going through a lot in my life at that time, a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, holding grudges, holding on to stuff that I should have let go so long ago. So I created this ritual mainly for myself to help myself release all that anger and that confusion, excuse me, and that pain and that trauma. And how I did it is when, about the 7 days before the winter solstice, I would say to myself, you know what, this is dying. This is dying from my life. My old life is dying. All of that is dead, but it is already dead, but it hasn't died fully within me, but it's dying, it's dying, it's dying. And then at the winter solstice, the next 3 days, I really didn't do anything special. But during that week before the winter solstice, I would wear white. I would sit at my altar at least once a day in all white, and just pray, read psalms, burn candles, or cry, or whatever my spirit felt that I needed to do, because that stuff, I wanted it to die with the old energy of the sun. Let that stuff die. Let the year behind me die, and and I could just take with me into the future, the next year, the so-called new year. I know so-called, okay? Things that will benefit me and everybody around me, those who I love, and things of that nature. So I've been doing this for myself for the past 10 years. I started sharing it, I think, about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, maybe a little bit sooner, on the internet, on Facebook. So that's the powerful ritual, healing ritual that I do for the winter solstice. I say, I'm dying. I let, you have to be careful what you say. I know people think and they feel, but I would outright say, hey, the old me is dying. I would say that constantly. The old me is dying. So the new me can resurrect into the new me for the new so-called new year or new era or whatever. So the thing about it is that I would always get some type of revelation after the winter solstice, after the ritual. I would get revelations, And I was moved to do what you call them, drawing boards. That's not the name, but when you get the poster paper and you create a collage of what it is that you desire for the new year or something that you're feeling. And that's what I do every year. And like, it's very spiritual, it's very powerful. I'm gonna talk a lot more about it um in the days to come, but I just really wanted us to focus right now on the next between December 1st through the 9th, because that is also a very powerful time. Those few days, just bask in it and glow, and forgive yourself, forgive others, and just whatever, dance, sing, and just have fun and be happy and be grateful, and let the energies know that you're grateful, so you can really benefit from that powerful energy that comes through the cosmos at that time. So we're gonna leave this year with a bang. I've been doing that for the last 10 years, and I feel a lot better. And I really do. I've forgiven a lot. I've let a lot go, and I'm still working on some things, but I am nothing like I was when I started. I'm telling you. Sometimes I didn't even want to be here. These rituals and my altar, especially, thank God for my ancestral altar. I no longer feel like, I don't want to be here because of stress and trauma and unhappiness. I don't feel that way. I feel more content. I feel like I'm going towards love, self-love, and growth and prosperity. And all of this I have been able to obtain through ritual. So I'm not saying ritual is all that you need. Some of us need to do some ritual, go see a therapist or whatever. But definitely ritual works. I am a witness. So um, I'll be making more videos uh, for December for the rituals, and letting you know about uh, letting you see how I go about the winter solstice ritual. Peace, and I will be getting back with you soon. Please like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Good morning, and those of you who are woke, maybe you're getting ready to go to sleep. Good night. Peace.